I don't know if y'all can see that river back behind me there or not. I'll put some more video of it. I'll walk over there and film some of it. But that river runs up. All that water that's coming down from there right now comes down from in the mountain area where we live. And whenever we get rains up in the mountains, it could be dry here, sun shining, and all of a sudden there's just a deluge of water coming down this thing, flash flood, you know. But this particular river here, it goes way back. I mean, it many miles, and it goes up into some beautiful areas. When the world got shut down back in 2020, Lynn and I were really blessed a lot. Future Love Ministries was blessed because they were giving us special permission. They give us work permits that allowed us to go and feed children and stuff. Back then we didn't have our own land, we didn't have a home base, so we were taking food to people. And so in order for us to travel or anything like that, we had to get travel passes and travel permits, you know, just to travel around in our province. See, the Philippines, or the island that we live on, is Mindanao, but it's broke up into like states. There's Zamboanga del Sur, there's Misamis Occidental, you know, there's Mindanao del Norte. It's broken up into different areas, but we were allowed at that time to travel around through Zamboanga. And but a lot of the supplies and stuff that we needed to get to were in other areas, Misamis Occidental and stuff. And then whenever 2021 rolled around and everybody was given the choice of receiving something or not receiving, you know what I'm talking about, there's checkpoints between those states, and they wouldn't let anyone cross those checkpoints unless you had your special permission to do so. And so we still had permission. We could feed and go to people, but we weren't allowed to cross those checkpoints. And we started hearing through the grapevine about other routes. And so we found what they called the Big C. I can't say the word because of the algorithm, but the Big C Highway. All right, and it's all these back roads and stuff that bypassed all those checkpoints. And one of those areas that we had to take took us way back in the jungle here, and there was like this suspension bridge that was very narrow. It almost dragged the mirrors on the car, and man, it was high. I mean, it was like something you see out of a movie, and we would have to go through all that stuff. And at the time, the one particular group of rebels was really strong in this one area, and we were having to ask permission from them to pass through this one particular spot. It was spooky there for a while, you know, but we felt like we were living some type of movie plot, you know, sneaking around, taking back roads and everything. But I'll always remember this river here because it's at the end of it now. On this other side here, it empties off into the sea. But hey, Maricela. So she's picking up some supplies. But anyway, I'll never forget this part right here, because once it gets way up in there, it's beautiful, and we had to go through all that. Just to travel maybe 10 miles, we would have to travel 40 or 50 just to where we could get supplies and stuff. It was crazy. Anyway, come on in, it's all right. You don't mess anything up. Come on. Later.